does it. Like, there's not that much to say on most of your builds other than please get Crimson Witch on your Diluc and get a bit more ER on all of your characters that need it. Right, so Sino, Xiao, and Ayla probably want some more ER, but the rest is pretty good. Alright, Muffin, you can send me your UID again if, I'm assuming you're back. Or haven't left yet, I don't know. Okay. Pog? C0R1. Thank fuck, man. Finally. I take it back. I mean... No, you know what? Okay, whatever. What team do you play with your Ayaka? Alright? I need to know. What team do you play with your Ayaka? Tell me. Ayaka, Ganyu, Kokomi, Kazuha. Okay. Myself and I, wherever at the thought of you, me, myself and I. Well, we'll just make a new fucking page, dude. Attack, or base attack, attack percent, flat attack, total attack, crit rate, crit damage, crit multiplier, damage percent, the attack. Base attack, 1016. Attack percent equal to 46.6% plus 15.2%. Plus, I'm assuming, Kokomi TTDS plus TOM, 68%. Flat attack, 311 plus 29. Total attack, crit rate, 29.5 plus 55. Crit damage, 299.6. Crit multiplier, 1 plus this times this. Tell me why. Sorry. And then damage percent. Oh, 46.6 plus. What does she ascend with again? Does she ascend with cryo? She doesn't, does she? No, okay. So, but she does get 18% cryo damage. With Kazuha. Is your Kazuha here? Your Kazuha's not here. I'm gonna assume about 1000 EM, I guess. And then Miss Splitter is another 40. And then effective attack is total attack, multiplied by crit multiplier, multiplied by 1 plus damage percent. So. Oh yeah, Ganyu burst buff. Right? Right. So that's, what, 20% cryo damage? Or, yeah. So. A, D, C, A, D, A, C. So, can kind of disregard that one, I guess. Crit, circlet, attack, circlet. Assuming that your attack, assuming that your circlet would be of the same quality, attack circlet would actually be slightly better here. Oh yeah, 4-piece blizzard, true. I forgot about that part. It won't change this comparison though. By a very, very marginal percentage. Don't forget the attack substats. I know, I didn't forget about it. It's 0.2%, right? But the reason I'm telling you this isn't like, hey, you need to swap to attack goblet or attack circlet, sorry. It's when you have like very, very highly invested Ayaka and you're not using Shenhe, TTDS Kokomi, that is included. Right, the 68% TTDS Kokomi. Because you're getting so much crit damage, right? Effectively, you have basically 100% crit rate, which means that your crit damage is basically just not this like stat that multiplies with itself anymore. It's just a stat that has linear scaling and therefore linear fall off, right? And so you experience those quote unquote diminishing returns from your crit because you just get so much of it. Because of that, then you're in a situation where attack becomes a lot better than usual because crit is a lot worse. So much so that even with Kokomi on TTDS plus Tenacity, an attack circlet would still be about as good as a crit circlet. So, what I'm telling you is, in the future, or even right now, if you have a bunch of plus zeros, if you have an attack circlet with a double crit substat, level that shit up. Level that shit up. Because it may very well be hella worth it. I have a 1 with 18% crit damage and 10% crit rate. We can take a look at whether or not it would be better, right? So, you lose this, you would lose 7% crit from this, and then you'd lose the 15.2 attack from this. And in exchange, you would gain, you said 10% crit rate and 18 crit damage. Yeah, that would be better. By about 2.5%. But even better than that, right? If you're against an unfreezable enemy, the gap becomes bigger. But not only that, but if you're against an enemy where using Kokomi E would like fuck you over, or if they move away from Kokomi's E, you lose the, or you fuck up your rotation and you don't get the TTDS buff? You don't get this shit? Oh my goodness, that is a lot better. So even when everything goes right, it's a little bit better. And if anything goes wrong, it starts being a lot better. Does it seem like it's worth doing the grind? Unless you'll already have one unused. Oh, the thing is, you don't have control over what substats your things have, right? Which means that if you expand the amount of possible good results, you're inherently going to have better odds of finding something better, right? So if you want to farm for your Ayaka, remembering that, well, in this case, attack circlet is about as good as crit circlet, will help you because if you find a good attack circlet, you're not just going to be like, well, that's not crit, so it can't be good. it gives you more options. It makes it easier for you to find a good piece, basically. Does that still apply if you don't have Mistsplitter? If you're using Amenoma, the gap becomes... It doesn't really apply anymore. Like, on my free-to-play account, I don't know if I am still on it. I have Amenoma, and I'm using an attack circlet, but, yeah. It's mainly just because I don't have a good crit circlet, and I have this, which is a decent attack circlet. Right? Like, this is my crit circlet, and it's just not very good. So I'm just using this instead. Yeah, if you're using Shenhe, crit multiplies your IC quill damage, but attack doesn't. Right? Attack on Ayaka, I mean. And so... crit becomes more valuable than usual. Anyways, kind of plan on getting Shenhe if she exists ever again. Then when you get Shenhe, you can start reusing this again. In the meantime, no reason not to use the attack circlet you already have, right? If you end up using her with Mona, you can also end up considering attack Goblet instead of Cryo Goblet. Anyways. Your Nilou, bunch of HP, 4 TOM, no, 2 TOM, 2...
You still have a
Gilded,
special place
okay,
in my
cool.
heart.
Triple crowns for some fucking reason. Alright, man, I'm not gonna judge you, but what the fuck? Seems like good pieces overall. Good Nilou. Leave it at 5 months, Flake Joker. You're now officially my new favorite viewer. And I want you to know I don't say that to everyone. It's really only you. You've always been always will be my favorite viewer. Thank you. Sure. To be stupid, I'm assuming you're working your way towards a 4-piece. And I assume you just went until you got C6 Pharazon and it took you a C2 Wanderer. Yeah, okay. Not surprised. I mean, he's a work in progress, so I don't have much to say. Yeah, I mean, that's decent. On freeze, you should level up your burst before your normal attack, though. Ground normal attack, Yanfei. Based. Solid overall. One thing about Yanfei that a lot of people don't know is that you don't actually want a 1-to-2 ratio on Yanfei. You actually would like... You favor crit rate a bit more because of her passive, right? The optimal Yanfei ratio, I believe, is around 2 to 3, not 1 to 2. Because her Ascension 4 triggers when you get a crit, and it deals additional motion value. Which means that if you crit, you get more damage. You can basically think of her Ascension 4 as like a bunch of crit damage, right? It's damage that happens if you crit, so it's kind of like crit damage. A little bit. It's kind of like weird crit damage that doesn't show up in your stat page. Which means that it ends up being better to go for slightly more crit rate if you can. Alright, like, you could go a crit circlet, get to, like, 90... What would it be? Right, this minus 6 is 65-ish. Plus 31, so 96-ish crit rate? And that would be a little bit better. Wait. Oh, right, she gets more... Ugh. I forgot. She gets more more crit in one of her constellations, right? Wait. I don't have her on this account. Fuck you. What you think? I am super fine. Yeah. I mean, I guess this is fine then. I kind of forgot about that. Oh well. This seems pretty good. 26 rolls of crit. Bit of ER. Could potentially use more ER depending on what team you use them in. I am kind of surprised to see a normal Ayato build if you're a Nilou simp. Like, where's your EM Ayato? Come on. You're really gonna use him like this when you could use him EM with Nilou? Like what? Why? Explain yourself. I am stupefied. I will then. Good! I'm not saying that it's optimal to do, but if you're a Nilou sim, then probably worth doing for you. Good amount of crit. It's a bit low on ER, but I think that should be fine if you have C6. It is a bit low still, though, no? You have, like, no ER rolls. You'd probably try to get a little bit more. Like, her crit damage doesn't matter, right? Never missing burst from my experience. I guess you're fine, then. Yeah, seems solid overall. Yeah, pretty solid overall. We have 4 left. Tetra Sparks, are you still here? Can you please send me your UID again? Oh yeah, also, level this before this. Please.